The first point we're going to look at is, in this scenario, we have a group of people here. This individual has fallen asleep. Right? You're asleep now. Straight away you notice the size of this guy. Okay, he's a big guy and he's bigger than me, which is the most important thing. How am I going to get him up off the seat? Which is not easy, right? Especially if he's resistant. If he's asleep, he's not going to be helping me to get up. I'm going to show you now a point called the mandibular angle. It's called your mandibular angle because it's part of your mandible, which is your jaw. Okay? It's a point that's going to cause a small bit of localized pain, but the minute the pain is felt, you stop the technique. But what it will do is it'll get him from the chair into a standing position. Now what I want you to do for me is I want you to put your hands like this in front of you. In front where I can see them. It's important as a safety thing. I've made sure my nails are trimmed doing this, but the minute he feels the pain, he does this, it stops. Because I don't want a scenario where somebody in a group is doing this technique and they don't stop. That goes against everything we're trying to. We want people to learn in a controlled environment. Okay, so the minute you feel ouch, stops. Once his hands let go, I stop. If his hands don't let go, it means I'm not doing the technique right, and you'll learn from that. Okay? As with all these, if I push him, he's going to move. Yeah? So it's always done with counter pressure. A hand on the opposite side. All these techniques, you support the head. Okay? Actually, I'm going to go with my bad hand. I use the left hand. I wouldn't normally do this. But support the hand here, head here. You find the angle of the jaw, which is here. You press in and towards the nose. You won't get to the nose, but that's the direction you'll take. Okay? So as he's asleep, so you're going to move, so you press in and up. And you move an individual. Okay? Different technique. Okay? From this, that was a seated technique. The next technique we're going to show you is the brachial plexus. If I wanted to move a person sideways off a seat, if they were holding onto the seat, so if you hold onto the seat there and refusing to move, this person won't let go of the seat. Excuse me, sir, we're going to have to ask you to leave. If too much drink taken, he's not budging. Okay? If I chose, for whatever reason, not to use that, the last technique we showed there, where the neck branches, the trapezius muscle branches away from the neck, it's called the brachial plexus. And on this side, it's just here. Yeah? Where the traps meet the neck. By applying counter pressure, when you get the point just here, hands in front of, when you release the chair, I stop, right? But we have to hold on to the chair first. When you release the chair, I stop. So if he's holding on to the chair, I want to move out this way, okay? So are you going to let go of the chair? There's no problem moving out of the chair once you've applied the pressure. Let's see, we'll have to hook this time. We'll just do the handy one on you. This time a person is in a standing position and he's holding onto the chair. Okay? For love nor money, this guy will not let go of the chair. Or he could be holding on to one of your colleagues. Stand up for a second. Hold on to him. Headlock, anything, arm lock, just grab a hold of him. Basically grabbing a hold of one of your colleagues. Okay? Get a good grip of him. Or you're holding on to him. You want to get this guy to release him. I'm going to go for the axilia, which is usually, if I'm wearing a shirt, it's where the seam of the shirt meets here. Yeah, so it's in around here. The way his arm is here, I can't access it from this side. So I can just put the counter pressure. So you can just imagine what I'm doing on the other side. So I'm applying pressure for this point here on the far side. So he's holding on for dear life. When you release, I'm going to stop. You just counter pressure, press in. Now, the next one I'm going to show you is in the series of locks is going to be, just come here, grab a seat. Actually, no, stand up, you have a handy one. In the event for some reason you find yourself kneeling down, if you're kneeling down conducting a search, for instance, and this guy decides to attack you or won't move, you're in a prone position, right? Or you're exposed. What you can do is access what's known as the femoral nerve. The femoral nerve runs on the inside of the leg, it's just in here. Behind anyone does the weight, it's like a teardrop at the end of the quads there. Okay? Your vastus pectoralis, the insertion of the muscle, is there. Behind that is your femoral nerve. And it runs all the way up along the femoral artery, the femoral vein. It's there to indicate that there's pressure being put in that artery and that vein, which is a vital component in your leg. Okay, so any sort of sensation will cause a person to cease whatever they're doing. If this guy's attacking you, this point can knock somebody out. Okay? When it's struck hard enough. It's really unusual because it's unusual to knock someone out by hitting them in the leg. No, I've seen it being done before outside Heaven nightclub. So from here, if the person attacks you, you just press in towards the centre of the leg, and you get the pressure right. And And it's the first time anyone's ever stood up to it. If it doesn't work out from there, which can happen, and they're very well built legs, there's one more point where the femoral rides up the leg here, and it's just basically pressing.
We're meant to have a signal so you can stop.
Oh, wait, such a. Anyway,
I didn't know there, but just let me know.
Right. So from here, I want to make sure I don't get the wrong spot now and get arrested. But from here, pressing in and towards the femoral nerve there. Alright. But as you can see, certain techniques, like I was showing you earlier on with the wrist locks and the arm locks, some people, it works better on some than it does on others. You'll find where someone has more supple joints in the wrist, they might be more prone to doing a straight arm lock. Okay? The femoral is normally a cert, and I'd say in all the classes I've delivered, that's the first time someone has resisted that, as opposed to, you get a lot of guys can't take the pain of the axilia. You know, the brachial plexus, it varies from person to person. What you can take will vary, okay? But it just goes to show you not one technique is foolproof when you're showing it across the board.